Hello X Factory friends and family, this is Paul Sinclair with another voiceover video. I've got a treat for you guys today because we're going to watch a truck that isn't mine. And everyone's favorite subject, we're going to talk about how to go faster on the racetrack. Diving right in, what we're going to watch is Chris Cristo at the Short Course Nationals this past August, hosted by RC Madness. In round one, Cristo had run a 9 and 5:23. You can see his heat sheet here from round one with a 34.1 fast lap. And I can tell you that he was pretty disappointed because that's not very fast. TQ in round one, I think, was like a 10.520 or so, with the fast guys running in the 30s, 30 and 31 second laps. And so Cristo came back to the pits and talked to me, and I had driven Chris's truck in practice, and I thought it was pretty good. I knew it was faster than a 34.1 lap. And so I challenged Chris for round two to go out and run harder. I thought he had driven too easy and driven not to wreck rather than trying to go fast. And so I challenged him in round two to push his truck. And what I want to show you guys is the results of that. So diving right in, Cristo is the all-white truck. He's going to start third here. And down the straightaway he goes. Cristo and I have been good friends for a number of years now. He started driving X Factory vehicles as a customer a long time ago. I think he had one of the original X6s. And he travels to races, and I'd met him, I don't know where we first met, but he came to the Columbus race. He's been to Cactus a number of times, the J-Concepts Clash. Just a really good guy. Everybody loves Chris Cristo. And through the years, we've had a lot of conversations about how to go faster. How do you develop as a driver? I mean, that topic has ranged from setup and keeping a notebook and learning what adjustments do on your truck, to how the really fast guys go fast around the track, how do Mayfield and Cavalieri and Tebow, what do they specialize in, what are they really good at in the track, and then, how does Cristo, who, without trying to be negative, he was a pretty average driver. When I first met him, he was kind of your stock driver who ran in the low A or B main at his club track. And over the past couple of years, he's developed into a mod driver who regularly finishes top 5. But like I said, I think he'd grown complacent. I think, he had the mod motor in his car, and he just kind of drove around the track. He didn't make many mistakes, but he never really set the world on fire. And so for round two here at the Short Course Nationals, I challenged him to push his truck, to really, get angry and drive it as hard as he could. And the result here is, I'm not showing you this video because it's perfect. I don't think, these laps do not look stellar. But what you're seeing to me is a driver who's stepping out of his comfort zone. Chris is giving the truck more throttle, trying to use his brakes harder, and trying to throw the truck into the corner and just see what the track can take and how much the truck can handle it. And it's really incredible, I think, to really see him work on that through this race. I was the one filming this, and of course cheering him on the whole time. But in the middle portion of the race, it's, I think you can kind of just get a sense it's disconnected. It's not smooth. Like, the throttle application and the braking points, he hasn't figured them out really. For this much speed, for attacking the track. He could drive around at 90% of the speed he's going right now and run those 34.1s that we saw in his round one time, but that's not fast. And so I think what you see is him really throwing the truck around, and it really, again, I think it kind of looks uncomfortable as he's driving above a limit that he normally works at. But that's important. That's how you get faster, in my opinion, is to push yourself outside of that comfort zone. And you're gonna, when you start doing that, you're gonna wreck a lot. You're gonna make mistakes, like driving off jumps there. Nicely waits for the marshal. And it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna feel natural, and you're gonna be unhappy. Cristo, after this run, came off the driver's stand just as frustrated as he was in round one. Because it wasn't a clean race, it wasn't good. And I think we stress a lot, especially in off-road racing, don't wreck, keep it smooth, slow is fast, all those kind of things. And there's a lot of wisdom to that, but too slow, too smooth is just slow. That's, you're going to not wreck, but if you're not going anywhere fast, it doesn't matter. And so Cristo, like I said, I really challenged him. I almost punched him in the face right before the start of this run, just to get him angry and to make him drive hard. And I think he's doing a really nice job of that. I want to say, again, I think the truck is a little soft, but that's partially, it was really hot this day. I think the temperatures hit 100, 102 degrees. And also that when you start driving harder, when you start driving faster, your truck is carrying more speed into the corners. And so it's, you know, you need a stiffer suspension to handle it when you drive at that level. The magical part of this race, though, is this lap. And I want you to just watch him because he starts to put it together. See the corner speed that he carried around that upper left section and around the off-camber there. It really hits that tabletop jump in the middle right and goes through the triple okay. He has a nice save here coming up over this single double where he doesn't allow it to get freaked out. He sets the truck down nicely and he's tight. He's on his lines and he's really ripping the throttle tight. And I want you to remember that lap because like I said, I challenged him to step out of his comfort zone. And in that lap, that was lap 9. He's on his 10th lap here. That lap, he put it all together. And, you know, like I said, he came down off the driver's stand and he was pretty unhappy with himself. And I had to take him and go show him the heat sheet here, which I'll show you guys at the end. But that, he ran, his time for this race was 10 laps in 5:25, so he picked up nearly a full lap on his race pace. And that second to last lap, lap 9, was a 30.4. And I can tell you that the fast lap turned by a two-wheel drive truck all race was John Cravata with his SCX60CF was a 29.9. So Cristo really picked it up, and even though the race didn't look perfect, I applaud him and commend him for stepping out of that comfort zone and really pushing his truck to see how fast he can go. I will see you guys next time.